hip, hip, hip. Hey, what's up everybody? The Fish Tank Guy here, and welcome to the first video in my brand new Pico Reef series featuring the Fluval EVO 5-gallon tank. Now, a brief disclaimer before I start. Smaller saltwater aquariums are often more difficult to keep and are not recommended for beginners. Temperature can change very quickly, salinity can change, your other parameters can change very quickly because of the low volume of water. So just keep that in mind if you're a beginner and you're trying to start a tank like this. That being said, this video is going to focus on tank preparation. The first thing I'd like to talk about is location. Where should you put your tank in your house? The first thing you want to avoid is direct sunlight. You don't want to put your tank right in front of a window or across from a window, such as that one right there. But for the purpose of filming this series, I'm going to keep the blinds on that window closed, and I would normally not put a tank like this right in front of that window. The next thing you want to keep in mind when choosing a spot for your tank is you want a room that is a little on the cool side and is relatively stable in terms of temperature. Now, because of heaters, the little heater that we're going to put in here, it's easy to raise the temperature of your aquarium, but it's difficult to lower the temperature. So I'm going to put a tank like this in my lower living room or my lower laundry room because the temperatures are cooler year round. In the summer, I don't have to worry about it heating up and my temperature heating up and all my stuff dying. So that is another really important thing to keep in mind. Thirdly, and this one's kind of obvious, but you want to be able to access it easily. If you're going to maintain this tank, you want to be able to clean the sides, the back, the front over here, and you want to be able to get to all your components in your back compartment here, I guess you would call it. So you don't want to jam it in between two pieces of furniture or squeeze it into a corner. You want to make sure you have some space around it to work with. And last but certainly not least, you want your tank to be visible. Why are you setting it up in the first place if you can't relax and enjoy it? So keep those things in mind when choosing a location for your tank. Next, we want to talk about cleaning the tank. So for a smaller one like this, the first thing you're going to want to do is take everything out of it and flip it over. What this allows us to do, it doesn't allow us to do anything. What it does for us is get any packaging materials or particles out of the tank that might still be in there. So that's something you want to do. The next thing you want to do is take a cloth. I have one right here. It's an older sock, but it's clean. You want to dampen it with some water, clean water. Now, some people go over the top and they say, well, you need RODI water when you clean your tank. No, not really. Not for this part, you don't. But you definitely want to make sure there's no detergent, soap, cleaning agent of any kind on this cloth, because that can stay on your glass even after you wipe it off and can cause problems with your water when you go to set up your tank. So you're going to want to do the sides, the bottom, and the corners, clean out everything really well. And that's pretty much it when it comes to cleaning out your tank. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is strictly optional, but if you've watched any of the other videos on my channel, you know I'm a big fan of it. That's right, the egg crate on the bottom. Okay, so in order to protect your bottom glass from accidentally dropping a rock or rock shifting, it's a good idea to cut out a piece of egg crate and place it on the bottom of your tank before you start filling it up with sand and rock work and all that good stuff. Now, the dimensions of this tank are 17 1/8 by 6 3/8. You might have to cut it a little bit smaller to fit it in, but it's totally worth it. So I actually pre-cut my piece here before I start filming the video, and I will put it into the tank now. we are now ready to go. Tank looks great. We've got our insides all cleaned out. We've got our location picked out. Now this is not a great location, but you have your location picked out. And we've got our egg crate, I hope, on the bottom of our tank to protect that bottom glass from cracking or breaking. So, I'd like to thank you guys so much for checking out the first video in my Pico Reef series. If you have any questions or comments or opinions, please leave them in the comments section below. And until a future fish tank guy video, I'll be seeing you guys soon.